Hi, I'm Miss Susan from the Muhlenberg County Public Library. I'm here today to show you how to play a card game called Spoons. All you need is a deck of 52 cards, and however many spoons you have, you need one less for how many people it's going to play. So we've got this set up if you're going to have 4 players playing. Now, if you happen to have more than 4 players, you might want to consider having 2 decks, at least if you have more than 5 for sure. That way you have enough cards to go around. So what you'll do is you will go around, we'll start the next person, and you deal out 4 cards. Normally these cards would stay hidden and you would not be able to see them. But for today's purposes of me showing you how, I'm going to go ahead and flip the cards. What we're trying to do is to get 4 of a kind. And if somebody was to get it automatically, they would win. But I've never seen that happen. So I'm going to show you the different cards if you can see. And this is how we would start. Like I said, most of the time everybody would have their hands up and you would not be able to see the cards. Now the object of the game is to not be the person who doesn't get the spoon in the middle. To get the spoon, you have to have 4 of a kind, which means if you had 4 8s, if you had 4 queens, if you had 4 aces, 4 2s, whatever it is, you're wanting to get 4 of whatever one you're trying to get here. Most of the time when I'm playing, if I have 2 of something, I go ahead and try for that because it's a little bit better odds. So the dealer would normally just have them here and have your cards in your hand. Since we're not going to be able to do that today, I'm going to show you. The dealer will pick up 1 card, look at it. It matches something I already have, so I'm going to throw something else away. That card will go to the next player. The next player will look at it, and it's something that they could use. So we're going to slide that in here with that, and we'll just discard another card over here to them. So that is the second player. The third player is waiting for his turn. When he gets the card, it's not anything he could use, so he would hand it over to the 4th player. The 4th player would turn it over, and it is something he could use. So we will go ahead and slip it over there, and this will go just in a discard pile. So basically, we would just go through, and it gets faster and faster once you get the hang of it. This is not something that they would use, not something that they would use, but it is something that the last person would use. So if we just went through this and checked everybody's card, since I'm the only one doing the cards right now, we're going to do that. Now, player 4 is actually only 1 card away from winning on this hand. So nobody's collecting kings, 9s. We change that to 10. So you just go through, we'll go ahead and change that. That way there's 2 of those. Nobody has 7s. And once you played a few hands, it gets quicker and you feel more comfortable playing. This is something that, it's a competitive game. You can get faster and faster. We're going to go ahead. Hopefully we're about to get somebody to get 4 of a kind. Nobody can use those. Now you can only look at 1 card at a time. So even if there was 2 or 3 here, you can only pick up 1 at a time. Nobody is collecting those. Aha! This person doesn't need it. Player 3 doesn't need it. Player 4 does. They have 4 10s. So whoever's sitting here would grab a spoon, which then would excite everybody else because when they see a spoon gone, it doesn't matter if I have 4 of a kind or not. I can grab a spoon, or this person and this person. Whoever doesn't get a spoon, in this case, would be me because I gave them to everybody else. That means I did not win this round. So there's 2 ways to do scoring. The one way that I'm more familiar with means I just sit out the next couple hands and then it'll just be 3 and you'd only need 2 spoons then in the middle because you'd only have 3 people playing. It's always 1 spoon less than how many people are playing. Now the other way to score, it would be if you have a paper and it spells out spoon at the top. You have player 1, 2, 3, 4, however many players you have. In my instance, I would be player 1 and I would have to put an S. You're trying to spell out spoons, but you don't want to. You want to be the player that does not spell out spoons, that has more wins in their games, in their hands, than anybody else. So whenever someone goes across here and spells out spoons, then that means they're done. Now, when you're playing these games, it's always good to try to be a little bit more sneakier than what I just was, because if I go through and I get 4 of a kind, if I could very quietly take my spoon away, they'll keep playing for a little bit and I can sit here and watch. And then as soon as they realize it, then they all start diving for the spoons. Now, let me think. If you're looking for something to do on a rainy day or just some evening when you've got some friends over, you can try to play spoons. You can get a deck of cards, make sure they're all 52 in there so you don't want someone not to be able to get their 4 of a kind just in case there was one missing. And just make sure you have one less spoon than you do of the people that are playing. And you can decide yourself how you want to do your scoring, whether it's with a paper with spoons or if you just want to have that person set out until the end of the game. So if you have questions, you could, maybe somebody else in your family knows how to play spoons, or maybe some of your friends do and they can help you learn too. That's all for now. I hope you have fun playing. Bye.